We got married November 5th of 19...
No,
19 of
wow,
2016,
different.
actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got
This
married.
century.
Yes, this century.
Yes.
We finally found out that we were pregnant in 2021, and we were excited and terrified at the same
At the
time.
same time, yeah.
It took us 6 years to finally have a positive pregnancy test. On December 11th of 2021, my sister threw us a baby shower. I wasn't feeling great. I went into the bathroom at my sister's house, and the door frame that is traditionally just squared off looked like a zigzag to me. Logically, I knew that's not what that looks like. We got in the car and driving home. At this point, it was 7 p.m., so it was dark, and there was a ribbon of like gold specks and glitter through the middle of my line of vision. So the visual impairments were just continuing to increase. We came home and I took my blood pressure, and it was the highest it had ever been.
It was 200 over 120.
And again, this was while I was on 2 medications.
When I saw that 200, I was like, no, we're leaving. She was still hesitant about going to the hospital.
We got to the hospital around 8 p.m. They told me that my labs came back and they were really terrible. They determined that they needed to move forward with getting the baby out. And I was really combative at first and really did not want to do it. And the doctor looked at me and said, Jennifer, this is the leading cause of maternal death. Your organs are failing and you are going to die.
It was supposed to be a normal day. It was a good day. It was a happy day at this
Yeah, we
shower.
thought we were just going to have a baby shower. We never thought we were going to have a baby.
And then here I am in fear that my wife and baby are going to die.
Our baby was born at 12:28 a.m. on December 12th of 2021. She weighed 2 pounds, 11 ounces.
They took me up to her, and she was so small, and they were just so confident, and she's going to be okay, and they were so nice and gentle with us, actually.
They immediately transferred her to Seton, Maine. The transport team wrapped her up and she had a CPAP on her head, and they gave me a glimpse of her before they put her in the transport isolette. It was horrible. You romanticize what your birth experience is going to look like, and this was not it at all.
Once they took Valentina, they concentrated on keeping Jennifer alive. And the thing is, it wasn't just that night. This went on for several days. She begged to be taken to Seton, Maine, because she wanted to be in the same hospital with my daughter. So they did.
The MFM that was on call that day approved for me to finally go meet our daughter. He wheeled me in a wheelchair from the 4th floor up to the 8th floor where the neonatal ICU is.
The NICU is a difficult place because no family ever anticipates having their baby be born into a neonatal intensive care. Just the name itself is scary. Intensive care unit is scary, and the uncertainty of the NICU is very scary. Whenever a baby has to be wheeled away from mom immediately after delivery and they are not able to bond appropriately is terrifying for any family. And I remember Jennifer, she wasn't able to visit for a while, and then when she was finally able to visit, there's a lot of emotions that happen seeing your baby for the first time. A lot of times they're in a state of shock, and it's a process of what just happened to me and what just happened to my baby, as well as my family, and how this is going to affect all of us.
The team makes you feel so welcome, and they were so excited to finally meet me, and they cared about how I was doing. Even though they were my baby's care team, they really cared about me too. She handed me this just super, super, super tiny baby, but she was perfect. Like, everything about her was perfect. She just was really, really, really small. They know how hard this is on families and parents, and they make it so comfortable and so inviting and welcoming, and it really, really, really helps a very stressful situation be more manageable. My due date was originally February 18th, so she was born 10 weeks early. She was pacing really well, so much so that in January they thought, hey, like, you might go home before the end of January. And we were thrilled, especially after spending Christmas in the NICU, New Year's in the NICU.
There was a few times where she had events where she would have trouble breathing or stop breathing, and it was frightening.
This was after she was on room air, so she was breathing on her own and stopped.
And would stop, and it's scary when baby's on your lap and she's starting to change a little color, a little, getting duskier. It was awful. Every time that happened, she was on my lap, you know, and I started to feel guilty. Like, what am I doing?
Eventually it came up that they wanted to try a swallow study. And then when they brought her back up, their entire demeanor was different. And we were like, what's happening? The study revealed that she was aspirating into her lungs, and to a relatively severe extent. And we were shocked by that news. And a lot of guilt immediately set in for now knowing that our daughter was in pain and in danger, and we didn't know. One of the options was we could take my breast milk and we could thicken it, but we wouldn't be able to start doing that until for another 2 weeks. I said that that's what I wanted to try. And so we got to the point where we were able to start using the thickener, and Valentina responded very well to that plan. And so after a few days of feeding her this way, we finally got the okay to be discharged.
In total, we spent 86 days in the NICU.
I think generally the hardest part is that you don't know what's going to come next. You have absolutely no control over what's happening, and you have to just have a lot of faith in your care team, which was easy to do when you have such a wonderful care team.
What do you want to put on your pizza? Some of these.
So we were really lucky to have, and one of our nurses, Jen, was incredible, and she's super crafty, and she made this milestone chart for Valentina. She took a lot of pride in these and made them special for each baby that she was caring for. So each slice of the watermelon is a different thing that we had experienced, and looking back on it, I can't recall the dates of all of these things, and so it's nice to see, like, oh, her first bath was here, and the first time that they took her off of the CPAP, I remember that was a big day because it was the day after Christmas, and I had said that all I wanted for Christmas was for Valentina to not be on a CPAP anymore. The fact that they invest their time and often also their own funds to do this for parents it means a lot.
To the NICU nurses, I just want to say thank you. If it wasn't for their kindness, their personalities, their knowledge, it really made it a lot easier on us as parents to know that she was safe. It is very comforting to know that somebody cares so much about doing their job well. It does a lot for you as a parent. You feel like your child is in good hands.